Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So nothing really happened on Friday. You can see we did have sort of 4 days of the week that we were green, so that's a nice decent green engulfing bar over the previous week. So pin bar, inside bar, and then we have a confirmation bar. Typically when you see that kind of thing, you're expecting. You can see the buyers are in here on the weekly. They're all coming in down the bottom here, so they're all anticipating it to go higher. So that's kind of what you would be expecting. Personally, I'm not entirely convinced. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, we are top of range. That is the range. We did try to tag the new high. Didn't quite work out. We do have a bit of a rounding bottom here. You could look at it as an inverse head and shoulders as well in here. But for me, oscillators are really tied with diversions at the moment, with an ever so slightly higher than the previous high, whereas the oscillator is lower down. Now, if you start moving down to the lower time frames, you start seeing a little bit of chaos, which does concern me. So first bit of chaos here is range bar to close the week off. See range bar, pin bar, range bar. So that's all on the 3 hour. So that is just the indication of confusion, complete and utter confusion. So the volume's also low. This is really still not something I want to be trading. It's sideways. It's not a real direction. So if we just look at the hour, we start off the week in the sideways motion. We then broke, and you could see the moving averages moving to the upside. So you could see the pullback there. It was a decent trade there, and you basically tagged the top of the range, which was the ultimate goal, or the ultimate target. At the moment, we do have a few gaps to the downside. We'll look at those on the 15-minute now. But looking at the oscillators, possibly be looking at something here to buy off. But Friday's price action is it's insane. Look, one bar up, one bar down, and then we pretty much just ranged, all things considered. We just mucked around in the 60-point range. So I'm a little bit cautious at the moment on this. And it is Monday. And have a look at what transpired. The last 15 minutes is when we had this acceleration. The rest of the day was pretty much muted. Nothing really on offer there. So I'm very, very cautious at the moment with this market. So I think the best bit of advice I can give you at the moment. Anyway, if we start looking at gaps, there's a gap right here. There's a 15-minute gap right there. There is another one further down, forget where it is, there it is there. So there's another one there. So that's 15,684. And moving further down, there's one over there. That's 15,662. That one's closed. That one's closed. Then we've got this big one down here at 15,571. So 3 gaps all the way down. I'll leave it this one here. Look at this, buyers and then sellers. So what that was, nobody knows. You can see we gradually start moving down, and all of a sudden shoots it up. Probably triggered a whole lot of stops here as well, just going into the close on Friday. So I think for me, another wait and see day today. I'm not too convinced that we need to be buying off any short-term pullback. I'm more after a much deeper pullback, and there is a bit of structure here as well, which will probably offer some half decent support, which is 15,700. So that's kind of the view that I've got, is complete confusion, and rather protect my capital on this than jump in at the moment. I need to see a pullback, and we're not seeing a pullback. We're just seeing the sideways motion at the moment. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. If you come up to the higher time frame, 8 hours not going to work, but that is sideways. There's no real structure here, and we've got a bit of a rejection here on the daily as well. So I'd definitely more interested in seeing a much deeper pullback to enable us to buy this. But for me, there's nothing here that's worth trading, so I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait for some structure. That final range bar there is fairly interesting on the hour, so let's wait and see. Any pullback back to 15,700, and then you can see beyond that there's pretty much not much on offer. There'd probably be some support there, which would be another big level. That would be 15,660. Failing that, then this gap, but somewhere in this zone would be a fairly decent entry to buy into this for another attempt to come and get above 15,813. Anyway, so that's it for me. Looking to buy the dip, just waiting for the dip, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.